Yo, what's up, y'all? It's your boy User Friendly back at you again with another quick college football 25 video, man. It's been a little bit since I've made my last video, but nonetheless, love bringing you guys this type of content. Go ahead and leave a comment down below of what you guys want to see next or what playbook or formation you guys would want to see me kind of break down for you guys. Let's go ahead and jump right into it, you guys. Today, I wanted to touch on a specific formation, and that's going to be the pistol strong slot open formation. Someone in the comments actually asked for me to break this down, so you know I had to get to it, man. Appreciate you for leaving a comment. Now, the teams that currently run this specific strong slot open formation is going to be Appalachia State, Army, Cincinnati, Duke, Louisiana Tech, Miami, Missouri, Ohio, and SMU. All right, so for our first couple plays that I want to set up here for our mini scheme, first things first, I like to take this stretch Lukey and I like to replace it just with this little bubble read option instead. You guys could keep the rest normal if you like, and if you like to run play action, you could keep that as well. Sometimes I don't really like to use play action, so what I'll do is go to this Y cross and I'll actually use that instead of my play action, and then depending on how I'm liking the shakes play in this formation, I'll kind of tweak up my other audible. So if I don't like that, you know, I will utilize something else. It's completely up to you. Add whatever play you want to your audibles. So let's go ahead and look at our first play here. I want to touch on this zone alert bubble, you guys, and we're going to put the defense in a random formation as always. You know, by coming out in this pistol look, you could run stretch run plays, you could run read option plays, bubble plays, you know, screen passes, or you know, short or down the field passes. You know, it's very effective. So first thing we're going to want to do here is read that slot DB that's hovering over Burden the third right there, number 3 on our left, and if he wants to bite on the pass, we're just going to basically just let our running back go ahead and carry it. All right, let's make this read. So it looks like he was kind of just playing that pass, which is fine. You know, we're able to just pick up maybe nothing. You know, you're not always going to pick up a yard. Sometimes you might even lose yards. You know, that's just part of the game. So let's go ahead and read this again. This time he's kind of hesitant, so like I kind of use that to my advantage. Another non-big play, but just like when you break down the psychology of your opponent, you know, you definitely affect having them think that you're going to that bubble play. You know, if you're new here, you know, I always like to say that, you know, chess not checkers. You just like to play with your opponent's head. He might be thinking that you're wanting to hit the flat, and then you want to just maybe go ahead and do something completely different, right? So guys will always hear me saying that in all my videos. If you guys could tell here, that DB is like hovered to the outside a little bit, so that kind of tells me that he's not going to be worried about the run, and he's kind of more worried about that bubble screen. But he just hesitates, you know, like he was out there on his assignment for the pass, but he wasn't like being aggressive. So therefore, that's why I just decided to go ahead and throw that. And you know, when you have someone like that in the slot, Burden the third in this case, he's very fast and nifty. I like to just take my chances and just throw it to him when he has space. I like to give the ball to my playmakers in space. Here he looks like he's a little bit more pressed up. So another thing that we could do here, guys, is just completely audible out of this play. Now remember, we put this Y cross, and that basically just has our slot receiver going through the middle there. Circles on like a post, and Wee's number 1 out there is on like a post hitch. So we could actually just mess around with this. You could put him on a comeback. If you're playing online, some people like to user that linebacker in the middle. So if they see that Burden the third is going to go through the middle, they might pick him up first. And then what you could do is actually put that fullback / running back on like a Texas route. So that way you have like a choice route in the middle there. So again, we have Weez on the outside doing a comeback, Cooper on the outside doing a comeback, although he should be running a post, I believe, something like that. You know, it doesn't really matter, because at the end of the day, you're going to want to put whatever route you want on whomever you want. So it just comes down to how you want to play the defense that you're going up against. And as you can see here, they're playing man coverage. I like my odds with Burden third. Very fast. Very good play against man coverage. As you can see, that right linebacker or that left linebacker went to go cover our Texas route. That slot DB was just waiting for our running back. You know, it's just a quick indicator that they're playing man. I just knew they were playing man because my first read is our playmaker here in the slot. So once I saw that he was following him, even on the outside here, our guy Cooper just completely beat his man off the line. Very nice route. Just quick little indications that they're playing man could really help you early on before you throw your pass. So here they're hovered over Burden again. Let's see what they do. Looks like they're playing zone. I like to wait it out a little bit, kind of throw it in there. Nice little dot there by Cook. So it's all going to vary on how you want to play the defense you're going against, but nonetheless, this pistol formation is very, very fire. We're going to go back to this bubble. I saw that safety come down on the right there, so they might either be doing like a zone blitz, like a man blitz. Let's go ahead and see what happens. I didn't like that at all. I didn't even want to hand it off, to be honest. That's why I threw it kind of quick. All right, we ran it again, and they weren't worried about the slot, so we just throw that real quick. I could have threw that. Like, you could throw that, but I usually just like to throw it when it's like big plays like that, like when you just have a lot more space. I kind of threw it late there as well, you guys. So if you're quick to throw that, you could actually gain a lot of chunk yards. Right, and that's just with that bubble play. Eventually they're probably going to lock it down. If you're playing online, they're going to probably play more man against you. Another play that we have in our audibles, you know, this Y corner basically just allows you to hit the outside without having to make any audibles. Bird in the third, your slot receiver going and doing that like breaking corner route. You could also put Cooper on this like comeback route over there on the outside circle. Now your triangle receiver, which is your running back, Carroll. By the way, I'm saying their names, you guys, but this really just goes for like any any team that runs this formation. So, you know, I'll be sure to say the positions in there and stuff. But yeah, your running back's gonna run like this swing route. If you don't like how long that takes to develop, you could put him on this flat R1 and up. Put him on a flat route. Makes it quicker for him to just get out there. You know, I didn't really read that play. I just wanted to kind of throw it to my running back just so you guys could see what I'm talking about. Instead of him having to do that like swing, and it's like kind of like behind the line of scrimmage, kind of just like loses yards by himself. You know, if they're playing that man coverage as they were right there, it's not really a pretty option for you. Just a quick little tip that you might want to be aware of when you're running this Y corner play. You have square coming on this slant route. If you give him time, you know, he's there to get that. Kind of ran into the linebacker right there. Little glitch, but if you give him time, he's going to be open in the middle there. Another thing I like to do with this Y corner sometimes is actually put circle on the post. If that middle safety is not going to worry about that, and if that corner that you're playing against isn't that good, that time we're playing against 31, so he's a star, he's pretty good. But when you're playing against like weak corners and you have a good wide receiver core, when they break on that post route and you throw a dime when it's like a 1 high safety, or even when it's a 2 high safety, and that's, let's say, you know, you think that they're playing cover 3 and that strong safety just drops down into that curl flat zone, you could really just throw a dot. No one drops there, as you can see. Flats are wide open, but if one of those safeties happens to drop against your post route on the outside, I've had some plays where I just throw a complete dime. It's a scary like pass to make, but very satisfying when you do complete it. Yeah, it makes you feel like Aaron Rodgers out there, man. And as you can see there, they're not really worried about the flat route. Honestly, I wasn't even paying attention to what they were playing. I don't know if that was like a type of match zone or what, because Bro was very late to his assignment. It looked like he was just kind of sitting there. So I don't know if that was match zone or what. Must have been. So that was Y corner. You know, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 options to hit here, and it's basically like being in like an empty, except you have these 2 running backs. So they're just gonna go and scatter and then go and try and pick up some yards for you. Good formation to come out in. You could really hit your opponent with different things. Hit him with the run game, hit him with the option game. Don't be afraid to experiment. Speaking to some of my newer players, I know my more experienced players by this point have probably just been, you know, hot routing the field like they're John Gruden and shit. Nonetheless, we all like to just have fun out here and, you know, put our receivers on routes that'll work, you know, and not routes that will get us picks and incompletions. I mean, we can't stop the incompletions, but the picks, you know, we could do a good job of practicing that and reading the field better. Yeah, very good formation, you guys. I wanted to leave you guys on just one more play. I know this video was about the strong slot open formation. I might do a whole video about just the pistol formation in general, because it's just a very good way to come out and run your offense in. But when I'm playing with Missouri specifically, just because they have a good receiver core, the doubles Y off formation just really works for me. Very useful, especially with this RPO alert bubble. I know it's just a bubble play. I just had to run this real quick for you guys. I saw it when I was scrolling the plays and I was like, hey, I run this in game all the time. It's so good. It just, I don't know, something about this formation is really nice. You also have circle there on the right. If you don't want to throw that bubble to your triangle receiver, sometimes they'll be sleeping on it, especially in the red zone. I've gotten a lot of touchdowns with this in the red zone. when they're not tripping about that flat zone play. Of course, your guy has to catch the ball, but looks like they're playing press here, so we're just going to hand it off. One thing to know about this play though, you guys, or just about most bubble plays in general, it kind of takes a while for the handoff to get placed, because the animation's kind of waiting to see if you're going to pass the ball or not. So when you're not going to pass the ball, it kind of just takes a while for him to hand the ball off. But if your blocks hold up, you're going to get some yards for sure. You might even break out, you know? Might even break out and get some major yards. What the? They have all go out of this formation too. And you could put some of your guys on comeback routes or like out routes, like triangle there. You know, just kind of make your own plays, shoot your own shots. And yeah. So yeah, you guys, just wanted to keep this one short and sweet. I know I was kind of yapping a little bit, but you know, that kind of tells me that I need to probably make a whole video for you guys about the pistol formation in general. You know, I find it very satisfying just sitting here talking ball with you guys, you know, just kind of breaking down different formations and just going through the different aspects of the game. Very fun, you guys. This is like my escape from, you know, any stresses in life. So really appreciate any of you guys that watch my videos. I really do, man. Y'all are family for real. I always say that, but I really do mean it. And without y'all, these videos aren't really possible. So with that being said, man, if you are new here, go ahead and drop a like below, man. Go ahead and drop a sub too. Appreciate y'all. Leave a comment of what formations y'all want to see next. And as always, I'll see y'all on the next one. Y'all have a good rest of your day, man. Peace.